People always say I sound like I'm screaming, so there.
You know what? It's all on how it picks up. You just doing off of YouTube, or you got StreamYard going?
Yeah, it's YouTube. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing?
Hey, what's going on?
This is DIY Semi in the house, in the truck.
Look what the cat dragged in.
Yeah, exactly. Got strange men in my truck today.
I was just knocking on doors around the truck stop, and he let me in. I don't know. I just said, you let all strange truck drivers in your truck? And he said, yeah, most of them.
He made me an offer I couldn't refuse, honestly. So
just threw him a Diet Mountain Dew.
Yep, that's all it takes.
He can be had for a bag of chips and a Diet Mountain Dew, usually.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
Don't forget to like your own video.
Yeah, I'm working on, like, I don't know, I gotta figure out how to get to my own video.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
I'm new, I don't know what to do.
See, I usually stream it on 2 devices at once.
Oh, I know what's going on. I don't have hotspot. Oh, this is annoying.
Wait, I gotta be first.
Don has already beat you in. Don's always first on the scene.
I beat him the other day. It wasn't on a live stream, I beat him in a video.
Oh, okay.
I always put first and then a question mark because I gotta see if I beat Don.
Yeah, Don brings the noise. Don brings the noise. Oh, why is this not working? Where's everybody at? What's everybody doing today? Don's in the house. Jay Felton's in the house. What's up? DIY Semi is live in the truck. So everybody, if you don't have DIY Semi by now, shame on you. If you do,
sorry about that.
Kudos. And you should go check out DIY Semi.
5 likes already.
5 likes. There we go.
4 watching, 5 likes. How does that work?
Don says that's because a matter of getting knee surgery. Okay. Is that how you're always first, Don? You're laid up with nothing to do. That's
threw himself down the steps so you could get come and watch more live streams.
I mean, it's worth it. You know what I mean? Like, whatever you got to do to be first. Trucker Wild, what's up, Trucker Wild? How's it going over there at BOC?
Trucker Wild, shouldn't you be sleeping? Weren't you up all night doing live streaming while driving? BOC setting a bad example for you. Can you guys hear me way over here? I'm pretty far from the...
Yeah, can y'all hear him? Way over there. All right, there we go. Now we're rocking. I can do my feed over here. You can see what everybody's saying. Trucker Wild says, "Yo, what's up? Not much. Hey, DIY, Jay Felton. There we go. Paul Harris in the house. Hey there. Somebody let me know. Okay, loud and clear. Good deal. Thank you. Trucker Wild, what's up? Cash and DIY. Yeah, we knew we was gonna have to run into each other eventually because, you know, when you do reefer and you live in the same region, it's bound to happen.
Yep. Cheese haulers unite.
Yeah. Got a load of cheese on right now. Got to deliver it tonight. So it ain't Velveeta, but it'll do. Let's see here. Don Saunders, I'm out of work. Damn, speak to text. Okay, there you go. Everybody should be doing talk to text if you're driving.
Hey,
preferably.
Storm Trucking, how you doing?
Storm Trucking, what's up, brother? What's up, my favorite YouTubers? Thank you, appreciate that. I appreciate that. So, yeah, we're chilling here. I've just been informed that lunch here is very expensive, so...
both of us are too cheap to buy.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go somewhere else and get some lunch, because...
I was going to throw the offer out there, but they want like $1 from the ATM to get some money, so that's just far too much money.
Yeah, we're too cheap for that. I wouldn't dare spend $1 on an ATM. I'd rather eat dirt for lunch than spend that kind of money.
We're just going to spend the morning trying to out-cheap each other.
Yep.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm in uniform. He's not.
Oh, yeah. I should have put on my orange shirt.
Yep.
I missed out. Oh.
Never knew each other before a couple months ago, but come to realize we have the same fashion sense and everything.
Yeah, we're pretty much the same person. I think we were replicated in a lab.
I gotta say, you're much taller than I thought you would be.
Yeah, I'm I don't know, like 6'2".
Yeah, me too.
I wear padded shoes to make me look taller. So yeah.
Everybody sees me and says I didn't know they'd stack shit that high.
Oh wait. Jay Felton says, "Did you get past the truck stop? Sushi, pizza, chili? Yeah.
I should have asked him that before I got in his truck.
Yeah. Thanks to Walmart brand antacids, that thing was full like 2 days ago. So that's pretty much what I had for dinner last night. I got assorted berries, and I had one of each. You know, and I made like a whole thing of it. Um, so yeah, I made it. Thanks for asking.
It's just like Fruity Pebbles. Put a little milk on it.
Yeah.
Put them and dump them in a bowl.
Yeah, they're. I mean, you know, I don't know. Quick Trip is now serving sushi, so I thought I would try it. You know, like, hey, what's it gonna hurt?
The sad part is that Quick Trip sushi is probably better than most of the sushi you'll get in most of your grocery stores.
Yeah, I don't think the sushi got me. I think it was the 3 big bowls of homemade chili I had before I left the house that had me. You know, I've been wanting chili, and then all of a sudden it's like here's a giant pot of chili right before I leave the house.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
You know, certain things as a trucker you should learn. You know, don't eat chili before you take out on a road trip. Truck stop nachos are the death. And don't eat at this place because apparently a little bowl of chicken and rice is $25 over here. So
made that mistake last week.
Yeah, $25 for some rice and chicken. I could go have the KFC buffet twice for that. So
do they still have that? Are all the KFCs open?
That's a good question. Because I haven't been to a KFC in quite a while, and last time I went it was a buffet, but I think that was before COVID. Let's see here. Paul Harris says, got to keep that bucket near for chili meals. Yeah, no doubt. You know, unfortunately, I don't have a bucket in the truck. I guess that's fortunately, unfortunately, I'm not sure. I do see people dumping their buckets out at the truck stop.
You gotta wonder what's in that.
I find that a little weird. Let me crack a window here. A little foggy. But yeah, appreciate everybody coming in. We was just gonna hop on and you know, try to do some cross synergies here. So if you guys don't know DIY Semi, go check out his channel. It's a great channel. Teaches you a lot of basic things to work on your truck so the TA doesn't bend you over and have their way with you on a Sunday afternoon.
Unless, of course, you like that kind of thing.
I mean, if you're into it, I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying if you want to not have that happen.
Some of their grease is a little gritty, though.
Yeah.
Make sure they use the lithium grease.
Yeah, make sure it's not red and tacky.
Yeah.
Red and tacky is not what you want.
Nope.
So, yeah, check out his channel. Does, you know, he's got a, like me, he pulls reefer. He's got a glider kit truck. And so I know a lot of people want to know about glider kits. A lot of people want to know about reefer. And that's a good channel to go check it out.
Hey, there's Jerome Jones.
Yeah, there's Jerome Jones in the house. What's up, Jerome? DIY said he got your email. I think you guys are going to have to talk a little more. I think there's a deal there.
We're working on it.
For you guys that don't know, DIY Semi has his own numbers. He has his own carrier. And so, you know, there's a lot of things that he can do that I can't do for you as far as tell you about that aspect of it. I've had my own authority before, but that was like 12 years ago. I don't even remember the process at this point. I think I gave OOIDA a lot of money to do that for me. So go over to his channel and learn how to do it without paying OOIDA like $400.
These days, you file a lot of paperwork and then wait.
Yeah.
They're pretty slow. Man, I just now got my $22.90 back in the mail. Been waiting for it. I filed I think July 1st, and never heard nothing. You know, of course they cash your check right away, but I guess just this week it came in the mail. I was starting to wonder if they're ever going to send it back.
Yeah, I had a thing from Tennessee do that to me one time. They cashed my check and then said they didn't get the paperwork that went with the check, and they said it was probably on file, but they didn't want to have to go find it, so they wanted me to resend the paperwork.
Yeah.
That's how states work, guys. They got you. They don't. You're on their schedule. Better believe it. Jerome Jones says that was a fast response time. Thank you. Yeah. Business doesn't wait, Jerome.
We don't let any grass grow under these tires.
Yeah, you got to you got to keep moving out here.
No bureaucracy. That's what I like.
Right?
We pick like you said the other day. You pick up freight, you deliver freight, and just don't touch anything you're not supposed to touch in between, and everything else will be fine.
Yeah, trucking's pretty simple. I'm working on a series now. I was thinking about this. I think the company driver should be making like about 80 to 90,000 a year. I think we should try to get all company drivers up to like 80 to 85,000 a year. If you're not making 80 to 85,000 a year, we need to explore some new avenues. If you're leased on to a carrier, you should probably be doing like after expenses, you should be well up into the 100,000s. Like 120 should be like a goal, I think. I just think it's one of those things. I'm going to focus my channel more on getting people paid more. Because I think we got some, like, with rates and everything doing as good as they are right now. What do you think? There's no reason the company guy...
It's sad. And know where you're at, definitely. You got to know your numbers, so you can't say, well, I make about this, or I make about that, or this is what after fuel, this is what I take home. Well, that's just not enough. You got to know you need to know every number on everything, because then you don't know where you're deficient and what you need to work on.
Yep.
And once you know where you're at, then you can always work on improving. They're only going to pay you so much.
Right.
You can always work on cutting your costs.
Yep.
Not saying you got to be a tightwad, but
no, I think you should. I think you should be a tightwad.
I think you should be too. But it's easiest way to give yourself a raise is to get your costs under control. Because you can't control what other people do. You can't make them pay you more.
Yeah, you can't control the rate 100%. You can negotiate it, but
absolutely.
I agree with all that. It's you have to focus on what you can control. People ask me, they say, do you worry about rates dropping or this, that, and the other? No, I really don't worry about rates dropping because I don't control the rates. I worry about things I can control: fuel economy, insurance. Like keeping my record clean so my insurance is better. Things like that.
Dirty Broke 215's in here. I think we're sitting in your backyard talking there.
Dirty Broke, we're over here.
I think I parked next to your fuel truck last night. I was going to hit you up, but I figured you're probably all getting your nap in before you go to work last night.
There you go. See, and there's another guy you guys, if y'all don't know Dirty Broke, go check out Dirty Broke's channel. He hauls fuel for Loves, and that's how a company driver should be getting paid over there in a place like that. Like if you're not making that 80 to 85,000 a year as a company driver, maybe you need to learn a different skill like fuel hauling. Go over there and make that big money. I know in Minneapolis area where I'm from, they advertise fuel haulers making like $90,000 a year, and these are from legit companies. So I believe it can happen. Let's see who else said. How to Garden. Hi y'all. What's up, How to Garden? Thanks for coming in. Dirty Broke in the house. Thanks for coming in, Dirty Broke. What time is this? Yeah. Are you seeing double vision there, Dirty Broke? Storm Trucking says, definitely enjoying trucker money on Fridays. One of my favorites.
Thank you.
It's one of those things on YouTube that I actually look forward to on Friday. I
don't think anybody would care.
No.
And it's just like I always say, it's just merely my opinion, and everybody's required to their own opinion. I just want people to have an opinion. The biggest thing to being successful in trucking or anything financially is you just have to bother to care.
Yep.
So many people just here's my check, I'll go do this and do that, and you just have to bother to care.
Right.
And you're gonna have a plan, even if it's a bad plan. Just try.
Yeah.
A little bit goes a long way.
Very true. I was thinking about that this morning. I was getting passed by a guy with, big, nice, beautiful, chromed out truck, stacks. I heard him coming from like a mile back. And, we run in the mountains, so I heard, Jake brakes. It sounded wonderful. But I thought to myself, if he runs his truck for 10 years and I run my truck for 10 years, I could probably buy a house on the beach with the money I save in 10 years.
I'll tell you what, because I'm probably a bigger geek than people realize, because I've actually sat down and done those numbers. You buy more than one house. I'll tell you that right now. The difference is astonishing. if you want a pretty truck, a long nose Pete, and you can afford it, as long as you know the sacrifice you're making, go ahead and do it.
Yep.
But you could probably literally buy yourself, maybe not a brand new, but pretty close to brand new Harley Davidson every year for the difference it takes to operate that truck versus a truck like this one we're sitting in right now. Is that a price you're willing to pay?
Yeah.
It's literally over 5 years a free truck.
Yeah.
You know, if you drove this one as opposed to that one, this truck would be free with the savings that you're getting over the cost of that one. So if you know that and you still want to do it, more power to you. You know, that's as long as you have the information.
Right. Yeah, I spoke to a guy that works here where I'm at the other day, and he's got a International Pro Star, and he's been running it for like a year, and now he's like, you know, the rates are up and he's making good money, and he was talking about he was looking at financing a, you know, 579 flat top, and I'm just like, you know, his Pro Star has like a lot of aerodynamic things on it, like the flow below system, air tabs, and you know, it's got an APU. I mean, it's a very fuel efficient truck, I'm sure. And you know, he says he runs like 70 mile an hour everywhere. He gets like 7.5 miles a gallon. And I'm thinking, you're gonna drop about 25 grand in fuel a year on that flat top, Pete, at least.
Absolutely.
Running the same miles at the same speed. Let's see. Let me get to some comments here. 379 W9 extended hood. He knows what we're talking about. It says, hi there. I'm asking him why my
life sucks.
Why my life sucks. Thanks.
Again, I don't know if you're supposed to ask me. I don't know if I'm supposed to know why your life sucks. Why does your life suck?
Yeah. Are we asking you, or is he asking me, or am I don't get it. Let's see. Dirty Broke says, damn it, man. You know, should have text me. Yeah, I'm going to be here for a while. I'm going to be here for a while, but
I don't pick up till 9:30 tonight.
But yeah, I mean, he was like at your spot last night, and
I think I'm not going to say the name, but it's not far from here. It's on 78. Yeah, it's at Love's. Obviously, everybody knows that. But
yeah. Let's see. I think he was afraid you were sleeping over there,
Sleep
Dirty
is
Broke.
precious. Sleep is precious.
Yeah. You know, like we don't want you to be drowsy hauling that fuel at night, man. That's for sure. That's a dangerous job that requires special skills.
I drank entirely too much caffeine last night, and I got like no sleep.
Okay, yeah.
Holy cow.
I'm the opposite. I ran out of caffeine last night, and I said, screw it. I went to bed, and I woke up about midnight and realized I didn't even set an alarm. So I'm glad I woke up and realized that. Let's see. Dirty Broke says he'll be sorry and in a down market. Yeah, that's the big thing, you know. Like he don't like that Pro Star because, you know, it don't look cool. But I don't care about looking cool. Who am I trying to impress out here on the road? You know, a bunch of flip flop wearing, cowboy hat, you know, show offs. Not me, not this guy. Let's see, Dirty Broke. I just got home. All right. Let's see where we at. 379 W9 extended hood says this high beta. Okay. Dirty Broke. Yep, that's me. All right, yeah. We weren't sure which one you were at, but we were gonna come over there and see what you were doing. I may head over there this afternoon.
I was gonna look through his seat cushions for loose change.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got money just falling out of those pockets.
We were gonna come over there and see if you'd buy us lunch. Is what we were planning on.
It's never too late.
It's true. That's true. You know, but yeah, you guys check out Dirty Broke over there. He does it right. I like the positive channels on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like I got no time for drama. I'm a grown man. You know what I mean?
It's amazing the amount of, mention any names, but probably can figure it out. Just channels that are only based around just running down other people and trashing them.
Yeah.
What good does that do anybody? You know what? Help each other out.
Yeah. Well, I look at my channel too. You know, like a lot of people, you know, don't know me except from the YouTube channel. And do I want them to think of me as just some, like, you know, somebody that stirs the pot all the time and got nothing to say, you know? And I want my kids to be able to go back and watch this years later, you know, and be like, you know, Yep, that's my truck driving cheap dad right there. So you know.
Oh, 379 says, I just hit 20,000 on a scratcher. Quit trucking. Good luck.
Woo, 20,000 on a scratcher. That's good luck right
Nice.
there.
Nice.
That is good luck.
So I guess he's got a truck for sale then.
Yeah. Are you selling a truck or, man, 20 grand on a scratcher? I didn't know you could win 20 grand on a scratcher. That must have been a high dollar scratcher, man. I seen a guy in the gas station the other day buying $120 worth of scratchers, and I was just thinking to myself, like, what could I do for 120 bucks, you know? And but I guess he came back in there. He had won like 75 bucks, and I was like, that's kind of a return, you know, like
Negative 50%.
Yeah.
Negative 40%.
Yeah, you know, like, but he got the excitement of scratching, you know, like.
It's better. Hey, that's a better return than maybe leasing a truck from, you know who.
Yeah.
Do we say it? I don't know.
Oh yeah,
I saw one circle in the parking lot.
You can say them all day on mine. I'm not a fan of these lease purchase mega giants. Hirschbach, Prime. We can pick on all of them here.
We're gonna just make a better plan and steal all their drivers.
Exactly. That's the plan. Come up with a better, functional way for these drivers to make more money, and then recruit all their drivers via my massive social media presence. So, let's see. Dirty Broke says, when you get in the subway, okay, lunch on me. All right, I'm on my way, Dirty Broke. I'm on my way. Let's see. You'd be amazed at things I do for a free lunch. You know, if I just got to drive down the freeway a little bit, I'm there.
Yeah, but you know, hours of service, you could probably bring that free lunch to us.
That's true.
We can't start logs. We're only 2 exits up the road from you.
That's true. You know, he does get that Harley. He could probably get here way quicker than I could get there.
That's right.
Yeah. Kangaroo Trucker says, cool, the dynamic duo. Thanks for coming in, Kangaroo Trucker. There's a channel a lot of people need to go check out.
I'm just getting familiar with his channel. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Him and Scottish Trucker Tommy. Just kind of getting familiar with both their channels. I like them both.
Both good channels. Both good guys.
Positive.
Yeah.
Positive.
Yep. And Kangaroo Trucker show you a good path over there. Anderson Truck Systems is not a bad company, man. They got a lot of different little angles that a lot of other truck companies don't do. And, you know, as if you want to be a company driver, you're not making, you know, great money, maybe call them, you know, like.
Wait a minute. Let's back up a second. Dynamic duo. Which one of us is Robin?
I don't know. I ain't wearing no tights either way. I'll just put it to you like that.
I don't think anybody wants to see either one of us.
Yeah, no, I ain't going there. Jogging pants is about as low as I go in life, you know. So let's see where I was at. 20,000 on a scratcher. Nope, company pig. Okay, so 379 just got a $20,000 bonus. That's a lick. Frog Lid in the house says, well, I scratch my ass for free. Don't we all?
Better than paying somebody else to do it.
I guess, you know, it depends on what you're into, but
probably costs a lot of money.
16 in the house, 7 likes. Hit that like button for me if you could, everybody. Let me make sure I've hit my own like.
I thought with 2 of us we could get you a record number there. It's probably a Monday thing, though. Mondays everybody's back to work and working hard and kind of.
Trucking Answers is live right now too. That's probably drawing half my subscribers over there right now. So, but yeah, you know, shout out to Mark at Trucking Answers. Let's see.
How dare he go live at the same time?
Right. It's not like he does that every Monday at 11:30, right? Let's see. 379 says, I drive for Uncle who won Texas Lotto for $3.7 million 3 years ago. We're both professional poker players.
Really?
Dang. That's doing it. You know, 3.7 million on a lottery, man. Yeah, I hope he's taking care of you, paying you well over there.
I hope he held on to some of that.
Yeah, that's the key to winning the lottery. You know, if I won the lottery, I just hope it's enough to afford like multiple Lamborghinis, some sort of Malibu mansion.
Malibu Barbie mansion?
Possibly.
That's what I was thinking.
You know, at least 5 divorces. I'll see what else.
You won't survive your first divorce. She'll kill you dead.
Oh, no one, please to God, no one send this a link to this video to her. Please to God. It was a joke. We all know it was a joke. Jesus Christ, now I gotta go into hiding.
I'm gonna get him in trouble yet.
Yeah. Let's see. All of a sudden I got a good string of loads. I'm gonna have to be out on the road for like 3 or 4 weeks now, right? You know, like.
I'll get you out of this one, okay? Right now. You've probably seen other channels that use their beautiful wives to clickbait their viewers into watching their videos. Well, both of us have very good-looking wives, but neither one of us use them to clickbait our viewers. Although we could probably double our channels within a week if we would both just use our good-looking wives to clickbait people.
Yeah, I mean, I've thought about it. I've got a sellout point. You know, I just haven't reached it yet. No one's called me with that number yet. I like to tell a story of Trucker Path calling me and saying, "Hey, we'd love to get you to be one of our, YouTube truckers that says how great we are, and we'll give you a free premium subscription." And I emailed them back and said, "How about 5,000 American dollars?" And I never heard back from them. So, still waiting on that number. Yeah, Kangaroo Trucker, if you want to drop a link, you can go for that. I got no problem with that. Matter of fact, if anybody's got a channel in here, you want to drop your link, I'm cool with it. Let's see. Maybe I can do that for you. Let me go into this here.
I think so. Get a shareable link.
My technical skills are not that savvy. Let's see what we got here. There you go. That first one there, that's Kangaroo Trucker's link. You guys click on that and check him out. Drop
a link for DB.
Yeah, I'm working on it, getting there. DB over here, that's a good channel. Everybody's check it out. I like that. Let me label these, that way people will know what they're clicking on here. Let me type out the Dirty Broke. He went back to Dirty. He was DB for a while. Yeah, there you go, guys. Check out those links. Eric O says, "What's up, Cash?" Sitting here with DIY Semi. Check out his channel.
Eric O, I haven't seen him before.
Yeah, Eric O, I think he was in there last night. He might be a new one. Yeah, he's new to the house, but he's welcome here. Everybody's welcome here. Come in, talk about what you got going on, and do all that fun stuff. Let's see. Here is DIY Semi. I don't know why I haven't dropped that link yet. Here's DIY Semi's link.
We should drop a link to all them free tires over there by the dumpster.
Yeah,
50 of them.
Yeah. If anybody's looking for a spare tire,
there's about to be 50 tires in the truck stop here, all lined up by the dumpster where people just throw their tires out.
Plenty of spare tires. Let me roll this window up real quick. I got a reefer unit running back there. Make sure you can hear everybody. See, where am I? I'm lost. I always lose my place, and that thing moves on me. Dirty Broke, he's laughing at us. Storm Trucking says, "I'll watch him on the replay." Yeah, check it out. What's up, Frog Lid? Storm Trucking says, "You two are like long lost brothers for sure." Yeah, I mean, we got more in common than you could even imagine.
Yeah, that's weird because, I don't know. He came from a farm. I grew up on a dairy farm.
Yep.
Fashion sense is similar.
Yep. Both married out of our leagues. We're doing it. Yeah, we're cheap. We drive Freightliners. I mean, it's uncanny. It's uncanny. Dirty Broke says, "Okay, just sub to Kangaroo Trucker." Yeah, thanks for that, Dirty Broke. Kangaroo Trucker's got a good message going over there. I like him. Kind of a guy that started in trucking. Not as his first career. Kind of got into it. After trying a few things in life. So it's a good journey to follow. It's very relatable. Very relatable. A lot of guys do that. A lot of guys, trucking is not their first career choice. But where else can you get into a job where, you know, like me, you know, you put $5,000 to $6,000 down on a truck that costs $38,000, and you know you can go out and make, you know, 150,000 a year. You know,
Storm Trucking says, what year is my Columbia? It's a 2012, but it's a glider kit, so it has a pre-emissions Detroit in it, no EGR or anything. Very, very basic fleet truck, Schneider truck. Looking back, probably wouldn't. I like the glider kit. I like everything about it, but it was neglected pretty bad by Schneider. I wouldn't. I would never recommend anybody buy a truck from them, especially afterwards talking to some of their drivers about their maintenance plan, and it's pretty much we'll change oil before we trade it in. You know?
Yeah.
But no sooner than that, from 0 to 400,000 miles. But
yeah, my friend used to work for Schneider. Earlier this year, they drove for them for a couple months, team driving. And they said they were notorious about trying to get something fixed. You know, any little thing, like they said the truck veered to the right. It had a real hard pull to the right. They put it into the shop. Schneider was like, oh, no, we design them to drive like that. That way you pay attention to what you're doing. That's literally what they told them.
That way you drive in the ditch instead of oncoming traffic.
Yeah, exactly. I laughed my ass off about that. I was like, how in the world could a mechanic look you in the face and tell you some stupid crap like that? You know, your truck, yeah, it's got a hard pull to the right. It's chewing the steer tires off of it, you know, after 50,000 miles. But we design them that way. We set them up like that. Like, can you believe someone would say that? Let's see, where am I at? Eric, oh yeah, he's brand new. Thanks for coming in, Eric. We like everybody over here. So come on in.
That's right.
Join the conversation.
You gotta listen to this man. He's got good information, good advice for you.
Yeah, I ramble on a lot, but in between all that rambling, there's nuggets of genius in there, I think. You can sit through all the rambling. But yeah, you should check out DIY Semi. If you really want to learn, like, I think most owner-operators, and I heard a guy, a YouTuber say this the other day, the thing he regrets the most about his trucking career and how he's went about it was not learning more about his truck, how it works, how to work on it. It's true. Like, it's very true. You will get eaten alive at some of these shops out in the middle of nowhere to replace a simple little hose or something.
You know, it's the little things.
Yeah.
If you need a transmission or if you need a clutch or an overhaul, yeah, you take it to. Your engine's a $40,000 piece of equipment. Why would you risk doing it yourself if you've never set an overhead before, or if you've never, measured liner protrusion before? You let somebody with a ton of experience do that. But why would you pay them $600 to change a door handle for you?
Yep.
Or a windshield wiper linkage, or it's the little stuff that'll eat you alive.
Yeah.
It really will. So that's kind of the goal here is, and like we were talking about yesterday, and you kind of alluded to it, like this truck driving thing, we all come from different backgrounds, but this is probably the best money any of us will ever make with our level of education. I mean, is that a fair statement?
That's very true.
And I guess both of our goals is we don't want to see you squander it. Intentionally or unintentionally. Unintentionally through just lack of not knowing. Because what a shame.
Yeah.
And it's not because you're stupid or you're a failure or you're this or you're that. It's just, might not come natural to you. It might not be things that and if you can learn from somebody else's experience, what better way than learn them lessons the hard way?
Oh yeah. I went to the School of Hard Knocks. I took night classes. I took a vocational class over there. School of Hard Knocks is not where you want to go. That degree is not worth anything. Let me tell you.
A black eye and a bloody nose from it.
Yeah, exactly. I was a substitute teacher. I mean, I did it all over there, but it's no way to live. Let me tell you. And I think it's like, I don't know, when you first start making good money, like I said, if you want to be an owner operator, I think the easiest path and the less resistance is go find you a $40,000-$50,000 truck. Throw some money down on it, lease it onto a decent percentage-based carrier, and honestly, you've got very little risk in the game at that point, very little skin in the game, but man, can you make some money. Like,
it's in regards to that, it's amazing. that these same people that will criticize you for going out and spending $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 on a truck, well, you look at they're driving a $60,000 jacked up pickup truck that will never make them a friggin' dime.
Yeah.
So who cares what they say? Don't listen to what anybody else says if they're criticizing. They just threw all that money away on a something that'll never make them a penny. And you got a tool here that's going to make you hundreds of thousands of dollars over its lifetime.
Yep. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm pushing like 90,000 miles on this truck already since I got it. You know what I mean? Like, I've made a lot of money just since March with this truck.
Yeah.
I did the math on it last night. If I was paying a prime payment on this truck, like $900 a week, I would be like a month and a half, 2 months away for paying this truck off already. So think about that. If you were to commit your lease purchase payment to a $30,000 to $40,000 truck, it's like a year's worth of payments or less.
I tell you what, running a paid-for truck is, it's a game changer.
Yep.
It really is.
I used to my T600. I used to look out the window when that was my first truck I ever paid off. I used to park it in the driveway, and I would look out the window. I'd pull the curtain back and look at it and go, "That's an ATM sitting in the driveway." Anytime I want to go make money, I go pick up a load and I roll out. You need to take that?
Nope.
That's not big money on the line.
I'm waiting for a broker to call me back from from like 7 days ago. They still owe me a phone call.
Oh, wow.
A pickup number they never got for me.
Okay.
So, but we have a new problem now, so I'm hoping they'll call me on that one.
Okay. Yeah. Don't block the big money calls.
No,
we take those. We'll take those live on the air. Let's see here, but yeah, that's a big part of what I want to push on my channel is, instead of going and getting these expensive lease purchases. As a matter of fact, I had a guy last night. Let me read this comment to you real quick. Let me see if I can find this. It shouldn't take me but a second here. If he didn't delete it.
I gotta share this out.
Okay, yeah, here it is. So this guy asked me, and the guys who do the lease purchase, in no way am I knocking you guys, because I know 90% of that is you went into it optimistically and then you realized how bad those companies are. I did the same thing. So this guy asked me, so someone in the situation looking to own a truck who has no credit and is willing to do a lease purchase through a mega carrier, who would you suggest they go start with? And I answered back, go be a company driver. Or him. For you guys that don't know, DIY, he has his own numbers. He is a motor carrier, and he is trying to put together some opportunities for some committed guys. Like if you have your own truck, or
even if you don't,
he's gonna
it's gonna be put a lot of time, effort into this, and come up with something good. And don't have everything worked out yet, but being a driver for 22 years, I want what's good for drivers. There's no reason that a company can't make money and also have what's good for the driver. Okay.
Yep.
You got to understand the money is what the money is. There's almost so much money to go around, but the rest of this stuff, I mean, like you said before, you pick up freight, you deliver it. Don't touch anything you're not supposed to touch in between. If somebody just messes up their paperwork, you don't need to freaking be an a-hole about it.
Right.
You just fix things, If you didn't, there doesn't need to be so much freaking drama, And all these holdbacks that these companies do, we were talking about some of that stuff. It's just ridiculous. You come out is your if you got a truck payment, the insurance that you owe, and fuel. And then, like your license plate. There doesn't need to be this, what they call it, differential holdbacks and escrow and equity this. And I mean, come on. You don't need a babysitter. You need a business,
Yeah, you want a business partner, not someone that you have to babysit. I told the guy that asked me, if you were going to do a lease purchase, who would you go with? I told him go be a company driver. I said, go be a company driver, save some money, get your credit right. Because money is power. Basically, money is power. And if you don't have any money, they got all the power. If you go over there to a walk-away lease and, no money down, walk away. If you got all that going, they got all. Why would they share the money with you? They took all the risk, you know. So DIY Semi is working on a program right now for some guys that want to be owner operators the right way, that maybe need a little bit of help along the way. Like I say, he's been in the game a long time. He knows how to run a truck and make a lot of money.
I will also put a hurting on a buffet if you give me the chance.
Right. He is the Intercontinental Buffet Champion of 2005.
July issue of Lunch Eaters Weekly.
Right. Yep. He was on the cover. Yeah. So keep that in mind, guys. There are companies out there and there are people out there that have the resources to help you. You've just got to go find them. When you do a Google search of how to become an owner operator, I guarantee you the first 15 lines down are Prime, Schneider, Hirschbach, you name them, Trans Am, Stevens Transport. You got to go pages deep, and you got to get out and talk to some people at the truck stop too. I stole Dirty Broke's saying of politicking. I like to get out at the truck stop. If I see somebody with a new truck that I'm not familiar with, I like to get out and talk to them about it. Like if they're in a rush, you kind of read the situation a little bit, but get out and talk to some people. Figure out what's going on.
Mega carriers are not where it's at. You can sit in a truck stop and look around and you'll see names you never see. A lot of the best companies are in that 100 to 200 truck area.
Yep.
They're big enough where they have everything you need, yet small enough. Hopefully, they're not going to treat you like a number. But small carriers, there's opportunity everywhere. Instead of hopping from mega carrier to mega carrier, really do your homework and find a home.
Yep.
You're going to go through good times and bad times, but you work together and everybody tell each other the truth and get through it. Instead of, at a mega carrier, they don't care if you make any money. They care that they get their truck payment.
Yep.
That's what they care about, because the rest you're on the hook for. They're only on the hook for that truck and the trailer if there's a deal with that. That's all they want back.
And they make money off of that, so they don't care if you deliver more freight.
That's right.
As long as you meet the quota to make the payment, so the boss man can keep his Bentley, that's all they care about. Let me get back to some comments here. Let's see, where was that? What year engine is your truck? Okay, he went over that a little bit. Got the glider kit going. So let me ask you about that. Is it just the Schneider glider kit that would turn you off to a new one? Like if you were shopping trucks right now and there was a glider kit that like an owner operator had owned.
I wouldn't shy away from a glider kit one bit. It's the Schneider thing. Okay, when I go to get parts for this truck, like I was looking at my fuel tanks the other day. Okay, my truck is a 2012. The date stamped in my fuel tanks is 2000. So my fuel tanks are 12 years older than my truck. Okay.
Wow.
When they put a glider kit comes without basically your rear ends, okay, your transmission and an engine. When I try to get my rear ends worked on, it's anybody's guess what they are. I know the rear end ratio, but not the models, because I think Schneider, when they built these, they went down to their boneyard and they probably took these axles off a 1982 cab over and put them on this truck. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's no telling even how many miles this thing has on it, and it was so neglected. Like when I got it home, I automatically changed all the fluids. When I dropped the plug out of the transmission, I had to stick my finger up there and poke the sludge to get fluid to come out. Okay.
Wow.
And I'm like, all right, I just bought this thing, but obviously, however long this transmission lasts is great. It's borrowed time, It's held up. I got 700,000 miles on it since I bought it, so a lot of care goes a long way. I wouldn't buy a glider that had an engine made by Fitzgerald. It's starting to get a really bad reputation. In fact, I do a lot of business at my Detroit diesel shop, and they say any truck that comes in there from Fitzgerald is an automatic overhaul. If there's anything wrong with it, it's an automatic overhaul, because they do not put the right parts in the engines when they build them.
Yeah.
They're not even the correct, not saying they're just Chinese parts, whatever. They're not the correct specs of what's supposed to be in that block.
Yeah.
So Detroit can't, in good faith, work on it or stand behind it.
Yeah, I've seen in some forums online people talking about Fitzgerald gliders, and they're talking about they put one guy they put a crank out of an off-road engine in there, and it messed up his compression ratio. It was like So you gotta watch who's building your glider. But I like the idea of gliders. G Star says take home this week. Well, I don't know. It's Monday. I don't know how much I'm gonna take home this week, but I do a weekly recount video every week. You can go back and check those out. I put one of those out every week, good, bad, and different. Whether I do one load or 5 loads, good money, bad money, every week, to kind of give you an idea of where you should be.
And listen to that. It's good advice. Something else you got to realize from these, and people just may not know this. When they say, well, these mega carriers are screwing you, they're keeping too much of your money, they're doing this, they're doing that. Well, the numbers that he's putting out here are honest. And some people that put out these numbers, they want to lead you to believe that every load pays $4 or $5 a mile. And, unicorns and sunshine all over the place. Well, yep. When he puts out these numbers, he's honest and says, my backhaul sucks. It doesn't pay crap.
Yeah.
And you gotta realize that. So people that are leased on the mega carriers are saying, well, that's a lie. I'm not seeing these numbers. Well, you got to understand, they're pulling only contract freight. Okay? Contract. Yep. When you're doing that, you're not going to get these rates that me and him are seeing right now because they're still on contract freight. Now, that works the other way, too, when things go south, like we went through this year. People like me are going to get hurt, substantially. But it evens out in the end, in the wash. But you can't just get mad at your carrier because there's only so much of the pie. And if you want to give somebody more money, you got to find different ways to cut the pie.
Right.
Yep. So to assume everybody's screwing you, not necessarily true. But you definitely want to look into it, and make sure everything's on the up and up.
Right. Yep. That's a good point. Kangaroo Trucker says, I see DIY Semi likes Mountain Dew too. You really are the dynamic duo.
There you go.
Yeah. Nailed it, Kangaroo.
We got to go find some Diet Sundrop to complete the trifecta.
Yeah, I found Diet Sundrop in Minnesota at a Quick Trip the other day.
Yeah.
Very rare. I bought a couple of those. Storm Trucker said, would you recommend a glider kit truck or a newer emissions truck like Cash? Also manual, automatic, reliability wise. If you can find a good glider kit, I'm not one of those guys that's either way. I want a good truck. That's what I want.
I would say the same. Find the best. Identify your budget.
Yep.
And find the best truck you can find for that budget. Glider kits are overpriced right now. They're not worth what they're selling for, but people want them because of the ELD scenario.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those things. If you need the glider kit just to get away from the log books, you're probably not running your business as efficiently as you should be to begin with, because you should be able to make a lot of money even on log books, especially right now. So, I would say, like he says, identify your budget, identify the truck for the job you're going to be doing. I wouldn't recommend a flat top to pull a van. You see some people on YouTube, that say, well, it's flat top or nothing. And I'm like, well, why would I want to give up, $5,000 a year to have a truck that doesn't have a fairing on top? Makes no sense to me.
Yeah. If I didn't have the truck I have, I would have this truck right here. I'll tell you that right now. As far as I'm concerned, Freightliner is the way to go. And are they as good as a Peterbilt? Are they as good as a Kenworth or a Volvo? No. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that they are. But when you look at cost of operation, Freightliner has the lowest cost of operation.
Yep.
And you don't need to look any further than every mega fleet out there runs mostly Freightliners because they know it's the cheapest cost of operation.
Yeah, they're the prices are up a little bit right now because rates are up. Truck prices and rates, they correlate. But I will tell you this, like 2016s, 2017s, 2018 Freightliners are in a real sweet spot right now.
That's right. Because
everybody wants that new body style. All the megas, they're trading in the 16s, the 17s, some of the 18s. But they redid a lot of the specs on the DD15 in 2015 going into 16. Made it a much more efficient truck. I think it's a sweet spot. I mean, like, when this truck hits 750,000, I'm going to be looking for like a 2 or 3 year old Freightliner in the same position. I ride them till the warranty's out. I trade this one in for as much as I can get out of it. Just get the newer version.
Yeah. And trucks only last for so long. And when I am looking for a new truck, it'll be something like this. my truck isn't the most comfortable in the world. If I hired somebody, I would never expect them to drive the truck I'm driving. I understand that. But for me, it's fine. I like it. I know what I have. I'm used to it. And I know what to expect from it.
Yep.
It's never caused me to have a service failure. It's never been on a tow truck. If something goes wrong, I can almost always get to where I'm going and get the load off.
Right.
That's a big deal to me, especially being on my own and having my own authority.
Yep.
Service is all I have. If I don't provide good service, then they'll just find any other schmo off the street that will.
That's true. DIY. Dirty Broke says, I dropped out of the School of Hard Knocks in the first grade. That's the type of place you want to drop out. You don't want to get that diploma. Trucking Review Channel. What's up, Trucking Review Channel? Thanks for coming in. There's a big-time YouTuber in the house. Says True Dad. Jay Felton says DIY dropping those nuggets. Yeah, DIY. he's like a deer in the woods. He's dropping nuggets everywhere.
Bear in the woods.
Like a bear in the woods. Boy, I seen a huge buck over here in Pennsylvania, to get off track a little bit this morning, chasing does across the highway. Scared the living hell out of me. Luckily, the truck in front of me was paying attention to what he was doing, and he slammed on the brakes, and I just went with him. I slammed on the brakes. I was about 1,200 feet behind him or so. And but let me tell you, that buck that came across at the end I thought it was an elk. Like, that thing had a set of antlers. I mean, I thought it was an elk at first. I was like, I didn't know there were elk in Pennsylvania. And then I saw it kind of jumping over down through the woods. And yeah, it was a whitetail, but
wow,
scared the living heck out of him. So watch those deer through here, guys. Dirty Broke says, good information. Thank you. Mr. Kane says, I have to jump on and see what this was about. This guy is wise. No low payments is always the way to go. Yeah, I mean, I'm paying a hefty payment on mine right now because I'm paying it off in 18 months. Could have done it for 36 months at like $1,200. I said, let's double that up and go like $2,400 for 18 months. So that's where that's where I was at. I bought this truck for $38,000. So
that's a heck of a deal.
Well,
if I found a deal like that, I might just buy the thing and let it sit till I need it.
Well, it was like right when COVID started and used trucks were not selling. I remember going by the Kenworth dealership in, I think it's in Madison, in Wisconsin. That place had so many trucks, like they were literally parking them down the entrance road. And I said, yeah, it's going to be a good time to buy a used truck right now. And let me tell you, the market has changed.
Yeah, I was looking at the truck paper the other day. Actually, I was looking at trailers. Trailers, yeah, they're overpriced too. But trucks they've come up. I mean, like $10,000 for the same truck.
Yep, sure have.
But it's still better than most 99.8% of lease purchases.
Yeah. I mean, it's still the best deal you're gonna get.
Most owner operator things would work if guys would just go get their own truck. You're much better off.
Yep. Yeah, at least it gives you a little bit of control of the situation. Like, that's the key.
Paying on a truck for 3 years and then walking away from it.
Yeah.
What did you get?
I'll do a little quick math here because I like doing math. Let's see. If you paid that $900 a week lease payment for 52, that's $46,000 a year. So, if you multiply that by 3 years, that's $140,000. In 3 years, you could have. That's a brand new truck.
But then you don't get to keep it.
No. They take it back and they sell it for $70,000 on their used lot.
They'll sell it to you, who just paid for the truck.
Right.
They'll sell it to you again for $70,000. So you pay it with interest. You're probably gonna, all said and done, you'll pay $220,000 for that truck.
Yep. Let me run through some comments here real quick. Trucking Review Channel says 48,000 select truck, best way to go. Yeah, that's a good price range. One Adam says, how do I get detention pay? For me, it's about documenting it well because
communicating.
Yeah, communicating it. If I'm sitting at a place like if it looks like it's going to be a long day, I call the broker at like an hour. I call them again at 2 hours. I make sure I get something written on that bill.
Absolutely.
Because if it's not written on that bill, it didn't happen. And
don't be afraid to write it on there yourself.
Yeah, no, I write it on there myself 90% of the time. And I'll ask them, I'll say, hey, will you initial this? And if no one there will initial it, that scribble something on there. I mean, like it's legit time, you know.
That's right.
Like it's not like I'm frauding. It's not like I'm taking advantage of someone. You know, I'm out here doing a job, and I did the job, and I expect to be paid for it. Dirty Broke, he's still laughing at us. Juan Adam says, you want better? I bought a salvage title truck cheap. Yeah, I mean, if it's a good truck and you make money with it, roll it, man. Run it. You know, especially if you're like a little bit of, you know, if you can do some of the mechanicking yourself, you know, and do some, like, when you first buy a truck, especially a used truck, there's always some little tiki-tack things that need to be fixed on it. I don't care where you get it from. The people who turned it in, they just start neglecting it. You know, they're like, I'm turning it in 2 months. Who cares?
Yep.
So learn to do some of those little things, like, you know, replace a light bulb, or, you know, anything. Just learn how to do a few little things on it. YouTube is a great resource for that. You know, channels like DIY Semi over here, you know, making it easy.
It's huge. You know, it's a huge difference. The game changer, you know. Like you said, you saw a guy taking his truck in the other day to get him to change the wiper blades.
Yeah, at Love's.
That's insanity. Even, you know what, if you're a company driver, and I understand people saying it's not my truck, I ain't touching it. Okay, I get that. It's not your truck, it's not your job. But here's the thing. Everybody wants a raise every year. They want to make more money. They don't care if your carrier had to go in and cut their rate 10% at all their customers to keep the business. You still want that raise. So
right.
Do them a solid and change the wiper blades, change the headlight. Do those little things, you know. It's something, you can't get something for nothing.
Yeah, I look at it also as a time thing. Like, he had to sit there and wait on the mechanic. You know, he had to pull the truck around. He sat there for like 10 or 15 minutes waiting on the mechanic. You know, the mechanic comes out, gets the wiper blade out, you know, hops up there, changes it for him. You know, I was like, he probably wasted 20 to 30 minutes doing that. Let me see here. Dirty Broke says, DIY Semi, I want to be a silent partner.
Then shut up. Just kidding.
Yeah. No, I was thinking the same thing, Dirty Broke. I could see this being, you know, like, I could see this being huge, really, because there are so many drivers out there with these, you know, B-rate companies. Even if you're leased on to like a small mom and pop, some of these mom and pops.
Mudflap app. Right?
Yeah. Check out the Mudflap. So yeah, I think same thing. Brewer32 says, you guys have too much money. Start with $40,000 truck. LOL. Started with a $7,000 truck.
Yeah, that's you can find if you find a gem for $7,000. It's like, imagine having to pay for a truck from day one. I have a buddy that just got an owner. Okay, I'll tell you the whole story, and God bless him because he's been through hell with it. He paid cash for a truck 3 years ago. Okay, he bought it at an auction, and it seemed nice, you know. He gets it home, runs it for 6 months, spun a bearing, okay, in a Packard. Took it to a shop, was going to have him drop a new engine in it. It was there for about a week and a half. They called him on like a Thursday night, come pick up your truck Friday, it's done. All they got to do is road test it and run the computer. It's done. Pick it up tomorrow morning. Friday they call him, hey, we got a problem here. Our shop burned down last night and your truck was in it. Oh, jeez. So his very first truck burnt to the ground within 6 months. So
that's tough.
That's a lot to go through. I don't care if insurance covers it or not, because you're on the hook for a lot of things.
Yeah.
So he went and found himself another truck and paid cash for that one. And, you know, starting off right off the bat with a paid-for truck it's a blessing in disguise.
Yep.
You know, 2 weeks, I bought this truck. I ran it for a week, and in the second week, I noticed, you know, it was burning some antifreeze, so I'm like, it sucks because it's not leaking. So I took it in. Of course, it had a scored cylinder and a cracked head. $18,000, you know, right after I bought it for the overhaul. You got to be in a position to survive these things. At least have the credit.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, if you got starting off with a $7,000 paid for truck, you know, can you imagine? It's like printing money.
Yeah, I mean that's like winning $20,000 on a scratch off ticket. You know, it really is.
It's like finding one in a parking lot that somebody else dropped, and you didn't even have to pay the $20 for it.
It's like you didn't even buy the ticket. It's like found money. I mean, you think of the money you can make with that truck. Like, let's be honest about it. You could turn in a good market like we're in right now. 1 week, you can pay for that truck. Like,
I never thought of that.
You may have to like pay for the fuel out of pocket or whatever. But let's say, honest to God, 2 weeks, you got a paid off truck. Like, I mean, that's the way to do it. He also says, and it just bought me a $20,000 reefer. Okay, yeah, that's money right there, man. Paid off reefer, paid off truck.
They always say the money's in the trailer.
Yeah, living life, man, living life. Dirty Broke, yes sir. Storm Trucking said, would you recommend a glider truck to get a newer emissions truck like Cash have or a manual? I thought I already read that one.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Jay Felton says, my CPA told me about 20 years ago that a good business relationship is when both parties are winning. I found this to be good advice. Yeah, I've also heard it's a good deal is when both parties feel like they got screwed over. But I like the positive side better. So, yeah.
I like that. That's a good advice by your CPA. This is a weird industry, though. And I think if you're in it and you're objective, you'll know this. For some reason, people involved in trucking on both sides get very emotional. Mm-hmm. And especially drivers. And I'm a driver. He's a driver. You got to admit, we get irrationally emotional sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
We're sleep deprived. People in the general public don't know what the hell we go through. Yep. But I found that there isn't anything really that can't be worked out. Unless, like, you take a load somewhere and they reject it and your broker abandons you and you're stuck with this. We won't go into that. That's a long story. But anything can be worked out. And it's treating each other with respect,
Yeah.
And finding that home where somebody treats you with respect and you respect them back. We're all going to eat a sandwich every once in a while. It's going to happen. That's the way that I almost ate one today, but ended up working it out. But it's building that relationship.
And I've also had a strategy in business to think of it this way: you can be someone that screws everybody over one time, or you can build relationships.
That's right.
And let me tell you, when things get tough, that guy that screwed everybody over one time, he's done. He's done. If you sacrifice a little bit and help some people out, that's where it's at. Because then when things get tough, and not just in business, but like personal, like all kind of tough. That's the way to do it.
But it's to go along with that, it's also about being able to take bad news. Just because something didn't go your way one time doesn't mean the other person screwed you over. You didn't like the news. Obviously it was bad news, but maybe it was out of their control too.
Yep.
And like going back to the money thing, maybe they didn't give you any money because there was no more money to be had. Maybe all the money, maybe the load paid $3,000 and you got all 3,000 of it because they felt bad or were trying to help you out. There is no more money. Where's it going to come from?
Yeah. I get that with negotiating a lot. When they say, well, I don't have that much in it. A lot of times I'm just like, okay, well maybe they don't. I don't like imagine everyone is
right.
a shady, dirty broker. Like sometimes it just isn't more money there. And sometimes you just got to know your worth. You got to walk away from it, maybe.
Passive aggressive right there.
Oh no, you definitely got to know your worth, right? I heard that from somebody one time.
I heard it on YouTube, so it must be true.
Exactly. J Star says, Dirty Broke, I can't ride a raggedy truck. Sorry, DOT used to bother me every week when I have my 2001 Century. Just because the truck's old doesn't mean it has to be raggedy.
I agree.
I seen a freaking, it was probably like I'm not exact on my years, but I seen a Kenworth W9 the other day. It looked like about an early 80s model. I'm not sure on that year because, like I said, I'm not good with years on trucks. But it was like a really tight, pointy nose Kenworth, and I was like, man, that thing, it looked sharp, dude. It did. I mean, he had it all cleaned up, looking nice. So yeah, it doesn't have to be raggedy just because it's old.
I've seen brand new trucks though that are raggedy.
Yeah, I seen
bungee cords and
I seen a Western Express the other day that was holding his whole grill in with flashing tape. Like they literally had put flashing tape all the way around the outer part of the grill. I was like, that's a cheap way to chrome out your truck right there.
It's true.
Like, I mean, if you want her to shine, throw some flashing tape on her. Let's see. Was it you or the truck? Yeah, you never know, man. I feel like sometimes I got a freaking blue beacon or something on my head that draws the police to me, man. Those freaking agriculture stations in California, that's why I don't go out there. Roar says sometimes it's the DOT on the truck that's red flagged by FMCSA, which will make your life miserable. Yeah, I talked to a DOT officer one time, and he said there's 2 trucks that never get a bypass from him, and that was Western Express and USA Truck. He said if I need to write up some violations, I just pull one of those in. He said I'm guaranteed. And I was like, that's kind of rough because I've driven for both of those companies before. So
I don't know that it's always the truck, because I've followed some pretty ratty trucks down the road and through a scale.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, why isn't that guy getting pulled in?
Yeah.
It's obvious that he's got no front bumper. Yeah. His hood is hanging half off. It's like, what? I don't get it.
Visibly, like I seen a truck one day, like light hanging out of the side of the trailer, like his side blinker light was like hanging out of the trailer. And I was like, well, I guess technically it still blinks, but you would think the DOT would want that mounted. But yeah, he drove right through the scale, no problem. So, G-Star says, man, it was the truck, never-ending problems come on old trucks. Yeah, I mean, sometimes, like, your equipment, it's got to be maintained, that's for sure. Like, you can keep a truck on the road as long as you're willing to spend the money to keep the truck on the road. Sometimes it's not financially responsible, but hey, like my last truck. Go back and look at the videos on my last Freightliner. I put $30,000 into a $20,000 truck. Like sometimes you gotta just let them go.
It's not hard to do.
Right. Sometimes you gotta let them go. Let's see here. Brewer says I'm rolling in a 1999 Century. Get green lighted at every scale house, even with 43,000 in the reefer. Yeah, those numbers on the side of your truck have a lot to do with that green light.
That's right.
Our safety rating was not that great here at one point, and let me tell you, and you can get a pre-pass pamphlet, and it'll tell you the percentages of green lights you're going to get with certain safety scores. Like it's not just random.
No.
When our safety score was not as good as it is now, the company I'm with had to let some people go. They had too many speeding tickets. They had too many points. And North Carolina is very picky about your CSA score. I didn't get a green light in North Carolina for like 6 months. Every one of them was red. And Kentucky's about a 50-50. I think we were 50 in the 50-50 on the Kentucky.
Illinois is bad too.
Yeah.
I get a lot of red lights. I get a green light everywhere else in the country, but Illinois is red every time.
Yep. So it's a percentage thing. Let's see, DIY, or I keep calling him DIY. Dirty Broke says on a long wheelbase with huge gap between tractor and trailer, big no-no. Funny you say that. I seen a guy.
Where are you going to park your Harley?
Yeah, where are you going to park your Harley? Now, I seen a guy the other day in Wisconsin. I thought about this. He had a Peterbilt stretched. Dude, it was stretched. It was like half the length of the trailer. It was ridiculous stretched. And he had a coffin sleeper on there. And I thought the only way I would stretch a truck is if I was going to put one of those bolt 120-inch with the kitchen and the bathroom and the shower. I swear to God, I'd never get out of the truck except to go in and out of the shipper and the fuel if I had one of those. And, like, add water to it or whatever, But, no, that's another big no-no. You got to tighten up the gap. I like tight gaps. Let's see. G-Star says, well, Dirty Broke, I do fix and take care of most of my truck. It's 2013 Cascadia, 2+ years, no problems. I only get problems that I already know. All right, yeah, that's enjoying life right there. Dirty Broke gives him a thumbs up. Freight Trucking says, I got to run. Great live. Yeah, thanks for coming in. G-Star says, Dirty Broke, thanks for understanding, my brother. Everybody needs to do what's working for them.
That's right.
Yep. Get in where you fit in. One of my favorite sayings ever. Jerry Rock's in the house. What's up, Jerry? Ain't seen you in a couple of days. Says, I always play it right down the middle. I buy trucks 3 years old, pay it off in 3 years. Yeah, that's kind of the strategy I had on this truck, except I got to thinking about it, and I was like, well, I'm going to double up those payments. Let me hit those payments a little harder. But yeah, that's one of those strategies you can just rinse and repeat. Every 3 years, get a 3-year-old truck, run it for 3 years, turn them in. and you're right in a sweet spot of ownership, like cost of ownership. You know, the truck's not ragged yet. You ain't running, 2 million miles on it. You know, it ain't been a triple bunk. You know, with it's a 2 year old truck with 700,000 miles on it. I seen one on Truck Paper like that the other day. It was a freight. I think it was a CRST. But God Almighty, it had some miles on it. Like no joke. Like 2 year old truck, 500 something thousand miles on it. I'm like, that's some bitch never stopped. But let's see.
And at that point, you let somebody else take the worst of the depreciation too.
Yep, that's one of the big cost of ownership with a truck is depreciation. You go buy that brand new truck, and you're gonna feel that pain that first year. Because all that payment's going to interest, basically.
I just saw a 1-year-old. I was looking at Truck Paper online. I just saw a 1-year-old Cascadia Evolution. It had like 80,000 miles on it for $101,000. I'm like, it was probably about 165 brand new because it had a lot of options on it. I'm like, that hurts right there. Because if they're selling it for 101, what'd they give them? 90?
Yeah.
85, 90?
Yeah. Yeah, they're taking a lick on that one. So there you go. That's how I look at trucks. I try to get the ones with like a few years on them, but they've taken all the depreciation basically. Like this truck I got. It was, let's see, I bought this in the early 2020, so it was a 4-year-old truck. 4-year-old truck for, say it was 150 new. I bought it for 38, so I bought it for about 30% of what it cost new. That's kind of how I look at them.
We gotta get you some more thumbs up in here.
Oh yeah, hit that thumbs up, everybody, if you don't mind. Appreciate it. Let me see. Let me run through some more here. Jerry Rocks. Yeah, I like Jerry Rock's strategy, guys. Jerry's on a good strategy there. That's definitely a plan you should look at. Because that's kind of what I was planning with this truck. I'm going to keep it for about 3 years. But basically what I want to do is I want to make the payment on this truck for a year and a half. And then continue to make the payments for the next year and a half. Pay it to myself. And then when this truck's ready to trade in, I've got the cash to get the new one. Not a brand new one, same thing, like in that $50,000 range. I'll trade this truck in for probably 25. I'll throw another 25 in, and no more truck payments, for the next couple years. And then at that point, I got to make a decision. Am I going to retire to the Bahamas, or am I going to continue to work? Let's see. 404 Trucker says, "What's going on?" Not much.
That's a channel. Everybody check out 404 Trucker.
Okay, I didn't know.
Channel.
I didn't even know about 404 Trucker.
Yeah, he gives he does things similar to me. He talks about investing, and he's got multiple pieces of equipment.
Okay,
He talks about buying equipment, and he's a big real estate investor.
Nice.
I suspect that he'll be in the Bahamas.
well, yeah, 404, hit me up. We'll be in the Bahamas soon. See, is it 404 Trucker or
404 Trucker?
404 Trucker. All right. There's a link for 404 Trucker, guys, if you guys want to grab him up. I'd like to support all the trucking channels in here if we can.
He's got a big old channel, though.
Yeah, I was looking at that, man. He's got a pretty nice channel there.
6,000 subscribers or something like that?
Almost 5,000. 563 videos. Man, it was going to take me a minute to work through those.
They're long, too. He does long live streams like you do.
Good deal. Let's see. Dirty Broke says that's insane. Yeah, 404. Good video. Thank you, sir. Other Trucker James Best. There you go. There's another trucking channel. Everybody check out Other Trucker James Best.
I think he's got a brokerage, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's doing the brokerage side of things.
I'm just kind of getting familiar with his channel.
Yeah, me too.
Man, I'm always amazed. There's so many trucking channels out there. I'm completely naive. There's probably channels with 100,000 subscribers. I have no idea because YouTube, I don't see them until I get recommended.
Right. Yeah, if you type in if you search just like trucking on YouTube, you get like the same 5 channels over and over, and like
I'm suspicious as to why that is.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is
it's an algorithm too, probably.
Yeah, they put out a lot of content. It's good, bad, and different. They put out a lot, and you know, a lot of it is they make so much money on YouTube now, they're not even really doing anything trucking. Like
they make YouTube promotes the channels that make them money.
Right.
So if you could be the biggest YouTube channel in the world, if it's not making them money, they're not going to promote it. They'll promote somebody's that they're making a killing off of.
Right. Yeah. No. It took me forever to get to 1,000 subscribers, but then once I got to 1,000, it took off because YouTube was making money on me at that point.
You're really going to blow up once you do that Asian My thing.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. Everybody, click that notification bell. I'm gonna do a little live with Asian My here soon. One of my favorite YouTube truckers. Freight trucking says know your worth. Yeah, for sure. Has me dying here laughing so hard. Damn Cash, you got me again. Can't stand that channel. Pulled over to finish this live. Guess I know my worth. Yeah, that's the key, man. You gotta know your worth. You know, it's like trucking 101, honestly.
You got a live stream from a bar.
Yeah, you gotta do stuff like that.
What you need, I'm gonna get myself in trouble, but I'm gonna say it anyway. What you need to do is buy a great big jacked up fancy pickup truck and then tell all your subscribers how they paid for it.
Oh yeah. Of course, with the amount of subscribers I got, it'd take me 17 years to buy that truck.
Yeah,
so, right. You know. I may go ahead and do that though, you know. Let's see, Daycab Slim. What's up, Daycab Slim? There's the link for 404 Trucker. Everybody hit that for me if you could. Go check him out. Get some subscribers going over there.
Learn something. Learn something over there.
Yeah, I mean, like that guy's got a huge channel going over there. I never even heard of it. Like that's how YouTube buries a lot of trucker content. They don't want knowledgeable truckers. I don't think they want drama truckers.
Drama makes money.
Yeah, drama keeps them coming. Like it does. Drama keeps them coming. And you know, like I said, I'm too busy. Dirty Broke says James Best is good people. All right, yeah. If Dirty Broke vouches for you, everybody needs to run over there and make that happen. Jay Felton says, which motor you got in your truck, Cash? I got a DD15 in there. I got DD15, DT12 transmission, and 241 rear gears in there.
That's perfect.
Yeah. I tell people that DT12 it's honest to God, it's my favorite transmission. The more I drive it, the more I like it. It's literally like a 13 speed with no final overdrive. And it skips gears just like I would if I was driving this morning I was coming out of the Flying J parking lot like a bat out of hell. You know what I mean? I had flames coming off the back, but now I was coming across the Flying J parking lot, and when I pulled out of the spot, it was in first gear. It pulled out in first gear. Soon as it realized, like, hey, we're lightweight, we're on flat ground, it immediately went to fifth gear. And then from fifth to seventh, and I really didn't go over seventh gear in the parking lot, but
that DT12 is amazing when compared to the first couple generations of automated transmissions.
Yep.
They're designed to work together. The engine and the for once somebody
Yep.
made an engine and a transmission that are designed to work together and talk to each other.
And
it's phenomenal.
If you're looking for that, if you're looking for the combination, it'll be like mine is a Cascadia Evolution I. That I means integrated drivetrain, and that means they made the engine, they made the transmission. It's made to work together. I'll say that 579, the last 579 I had with a 10-speed Eaton in it, I felt like the people who made the engine and the people who made the transmission didn't even have each other's phone number. Like, it was like two different worlds.
When there's a problem, forget it.
Yeah.
Because the tech will go back and forth between Cummins and Eaton, and they'll blame it on each other, and your truck will sit there hostage while you wait for them to work it out.
Right. Yeah, if you're going to get one, and I'll also tell you, the Nav Tech. If you're going to get a Cascadia, get Nav Tech.
You have to explain that to me. I don't know what that is.
Thing is awesome. That makes your cruise control a truck driver. That damn thing drives just like I would drive a truck if I was using my foot. Like, it is amazing. It's got 250,000 miles of U.S. highway topographically mapped.
Wow.
It knows where the hills are. It knows where the curves are. It speeds up. It'll gain like 2 or 3 miles an hour before a mountain.
Where's the sensor for it? I thought there was a sensor in the window or something for that.
It's all mounted under the bunk.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
It's just like a GPS coordinated thing. Yeah, it doesn't do anything out like to the road or anything.
It's not that predicted crew, or it's not that thing that'll slam the brakes on.
No, I've got a Bendix on this truck as well, and it's unplugged. Like the computer, the wire that goes from the sensor to the computer is disconnected. I don't need that thing telling me when I should hit the brake. I don't like it.
Right.
But I do like the NavTech. That thing, like, it calculates so much. It calculates the weight of the truck. It calculates the, like, lay of the land. It does so much calculation. Like, and I think they said it's like 100 times it recalculates per second.
Wow.
So that thing is on point. Like, whenever I come up to a mountain, it'll speed up like 1 or 2 miles an hour to get a little run at the mountain. And then as we're going up the mountain, it doesn't keep my RPMs up super high and keep it full blast turbo. As we're going up the hill, it's just like you would feather it with your foot. It starts letting that turbo come down. And that's why, I'm getting almost 9 miles a gallon. Like, this truck it's really foolproof as far as, if I was going to hire a fleet of drivers, I see why these companies hire fleets of drivers and put them in these trucks.
You have to.
It's like I get on here, I set my cruise control at 63 mile an hour, and this thing won't let it go over like 68 mile an hour. It'll automatically kick on the jake brake.
Really?
Yeah. It's like if I have the cruise on and I turn the jake brake on, it kicks it into manual jake brake.
Oh, wow.
If you leave the jake brake off, it does it automatically. Like, it won't let it go over 68 mile an hour, and then going up the hill, like I said, once it gets, if your speed drops below 30, it cuts your cruise off. But so if you're pulling a real mountain with some real weight, you need to be on foot anyway. But yeah, I'm amazed by it. It really is the bee's knees as far as I'm concerned. Let's see. Everybody's saying hi with everybody. I appreciate that, guys. Yeah, I like the good community going over here. Dirty Broke in the house.
I didn't see him walking around the parking lot with our lunch yet.
No, I don't know.
No jalapenos on that sub.
Let's see here. Jay Felton says, F the drama. Yeah, no doubt. I'm the same way, man. Life is too short to be arguing with other men about things I don't care to argue about. You know what I'm saying?
What good does it do anybody other than to get some?
Yep.
It'll get you ratings and a little bit of money for a while, but then when it all comes crashing down, you're just screwed.
Yeah, and that
And apparently, you can get stabbed over it.
Yeah, I've heard about that. You can get stabbed with YouTube off of YouTube drama. So let that be a lesson to you.
Yeah.
Let's see. J Star says, any other great YouTube channels, Cash? Yeah, there's a few guys I like out there that I watch. Like I said, the ones that are in here are big. Asian Mai's big. Trucking Answers, Market Trucking Answers. I think if you're a company driver and you're not learning from Market Trucking Answers, he's got a lot to share with you. I'll tell you a guy that kind of went away for a while, and I just realized he put out a video this morning. I watched it. Is anybody familiar with Star Car Dave? Used to be Columbia Glider Dave. He had heart surgery this summer, so that's why he was gone. And but he's an owner-operator that shows you numbers like I do. And one thing I do really appreciate about what he does is he puts the numbers on the glass. And but he bought a reefer trailer. He bought a prime reefer trailer. He was doing pad wrap, and now he's got him a reefer trailer. So yeah, I like Star Car Dave. He's very honest. He's one of those. I don't know if he's from Maine or Connecticut, or he's from somewhere like, he's up in the Northeast. He's got a real strong accent. He don't take no he don't take no shit off nobody. But good guy.
What was that one you were saying the other day about he's the part of Team Run Smart, and he got his trailer all fixed up and stuff?
Henry Albert. Henry Albert's a good one. He doesn't have a big channel. He doesn't put out a lot of videos. Most of it is done in a partnership with Freightliner. But check out Henry Albert. He averages over 10 miles per gallon with his Freightliner. Now, don't get me wrong. He puts a lot of work into it. Yeah, he's one of my favorites.
That's the name of the channel?
That's his name. I'm not sure what the channel name is.
Is it that guy?
Yeah.
Team Run Smart.
Yeah, Team Run Smart. I don't even know if he has his own channel. He does a lot of Freightliner work. He works with Freightliner, like, you know.
Oh, by the way, Freightliner, if you're watching, we're both available for sponsorships.
Yeah.
If you want to provide the equipment, we will turn both of these channels into, you call it Freightliner, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm willing to sell
Freightliner
out.
is my daddy. I don't care.
Very much. I'm very willing to sell out. Loves, if you're listening, the Loves travel stops, call me. Call me. Love to work that partnership with you. You know, I'm available for purchase. I got a price tag on me.
Yeah, the price ain't cheap, but once you hit that price there, it's all inclusive.
Right. Dirty Broke. Here I go messing up everybody's names again. All right, let's see. Dirty Broke. He says just sub to 404 Trucker. G Star says another great YouTube channel, Cash. Yeah, there was a few of them.
Truck Diabetes, that's a good one.
Yeah, Truck Diabetes. I have a second channel talking about type 2 diabetes. Appreciate everybody that comes over there and watches those videos. I need to get more on steady on the content. Maybe like set myself a goal of like one video a week. Let's see. Dirty Broke 215 says exactly, Cash. I drive a 579-10 auto. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, night and day difference. If you can get a 12 speed that shifts up here on the steering column on that 579, they make a 12 speed. Night and day. It's 100% better. Hey, there's Asian Mai says I'll call you after live. Yeah, go ahead.
All right,
go ahead and call me up, Asian Mai. I'm excited about that, man. That's an opportunity that doesn't come along every day.
Everybody needs to hear what this man has to say right here.
Yeah, I would like to put the message out there. You know, a lot of what Asian Mai talks about is kind of like what I like to talk about. Let's get the drivers paid out here. This is a tough job for guys to be doing it for $600-700 a week, man. I think as a company driver, like your goal should be like $1,500 a week. As an owner operator,
and I'll add this: you shouldn't have to stay out 6 months to do that.
Right. Yeah.
They should have you home. They should treat you like a human being. You should be home regularly. I mean, if you want to stay out, that's your thing. But this thing of mandatory 3 weeks out, and then we're going to give you 34 hours off, and then you're right back in the truck.
Yep.
Don't let people do that to you anymore.
Yep.
That's got to change. You know, we're friggin' human beings here.
Yeah, I hate the 34-hour restart at the house. It's like, why bother? You make me run into the house, probably, a 500-mile day to get there. I get there. I'm tired as hell when I get there. The kids want to do something. The wife wants to go do something. I've already worked the 8 to 10-hour day just to get there. And not to mention, I probably worked hard the day before to run it in there.
Yep.
By the time I get there, I'm kind of tired. And then if I don't do something right then, like, I got to do it all tomorrow, because I've only got a little bit of time today, sleep, and then tomorrow, and then I got to be back at it.
Like you can waste your whole life like that.
Yeah.
Really, and then you won't realize until it's too late. You'll be like, "Damn, my kids are grown, and I barely know them." It's not worth it. Nothing's really worth that. I understand needing the money. Trust me, I'm guilty of all these same things I talk about. We've all done it. But destroy your health. Yep. That's not worth it either. We will all eventually fight that battle.
Yep.
What can you do?
Yeah, that's, right now I'm running a little harder than I normally would like to run, but, it's a short-term goal. I'm not like, I plan on running like this for 10 years, it just wouldn't happen. It's not a good way to live your life, you know what I mean? Like, I hate leaving the house. That's my, thing I hate the most, so, but yeah, thank you, Asian Mai, I appreciate that. Let's see, Cash, I'm horrible with names. What is that? Kashif Razak.
Cash Jr.
Yeah, Cash Jr. says, my two favorite guys. Thank you for that, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
Dirty Broke says a minimum of 75 for company drivers. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling, man. A good company driver should be making like 80 to 85 with some benefits and some time off, not working every day of his life to get that, you know what I mean? Like, Schneider put it out there a couple weeks ago, you can make $90,000 as a team driver. And I made a joke when I seen that. I was like,
is that each or the whole team?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, to myself, I thought, that's for the whole team, right? Because ain't no way Schneider's paying like that. And then Asian Mai, if y'all seen, he put out a video the other day about when he talked about it on his channel. All these Schneider teams wrote him letters and emails about there ain't no way you're making 90,000. So keep that in mind, guys. A lot of times when these big mega carriers throw these numbers out there, maybe one person did it.
That's
maybe
the
one.
Power of YouTube.
Yep.
And I guess social media in general. I don't really do any other social media because I guess I've been told I don't play well with others or whatever. But we can use this as a tool to kind of get past those lies. This social media puts strangers in touch with each other. You start telling each other they promise you this, they're lying to you. Well, I'm not saying you got to bring down these mega carriers, but just hold their feet to the fire and say, why don't you start being honest with us and stop, cut the crap, and just be honest.
Yep.
Everybody would be better off.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Some of these mega carrier lease purchase guys, every one of them's got a YouTube channel out here.
You got to supplement your income somehow.
Yeah, and that's something you got to keep in mind. Are they
recruiting? Big channels.
Right, they're big channels. Are they recruiting? Because I got in an argument on YouTube with a guy one time about him being a recruiter, and he made a joke about it, and I'm like, well, I'm not saying there's anything wrong if you want to, but you need to tell people you're recruiting.
Yeah. Don't
just be like, oh, things are awesome. Things are awesome. Oh yeah, by the way, if you happen to come over here, use my code. It's like, well, that's recruiting. That's recruiting. Daycab Slim says, I fart too much to be a team trucker. Yeah, no, the only way I would ever do a team operation is if it was someone that I really got along with, but I was willing to write them off for the rest of my life. Because I think if you're going to make a turn there, you need to start off with someone you like, and then when that familiarity rolls off, am I willing to never see that person again in my life? Because that's how you're probably going to feel about them after about 3 months. You're going to be like, that MFing SOBing, MF, like, you're going to have a whole rant about this person.
Yeah.
And, when you're on the phone with someone that's at the house or someone you're going to have to speak real quiet when you call them names and they're in the bunk. You're going to be like, that motherfucker, but it's just not worth it to me.
Plus, split that. If it's a stranger, let's just go in like your wife and it's going to the same household.
Yep.
You're splitting the money too much. It's neither one of you are going to make really good money.
Yep.
It's like.
Yeah, no, unless you're like, I think the only way it's viable is like if it's with your wife or significant other, and y'all that money goes to the same bank account, and then you also need to, for me, it would have to be like a dedicated sweetheart run, because I don't want to be over the road just randomly here, there, and everywhere trying to live like in the back of that truck all the time. Like,
yeah.
I need time to park. I need time to think. And
I can barely be by myself then. Be with myself
right.
Much.
Yeah. Storm Trucking says the Volvo iShift does the same thing as the Navistar Trans. Does also. It remember how you drive and will shift accordingly. Yeah, I've driven a couple iShifts. I think they were, back in the day, they were one of the better ones.
They're a good one too.
Yeah, they're pretty good. The only thing that ever got me on that was the hill assist on those. You would let off the brake and press the accelerator, and it was like a good 2 count before it would start taking off. So you kind of had to time the red lights a little bit, but overall the way it shifted was very good, very good. G-Star says, I went to vacation to California for 2 weeks, and I'm an owner-operator, man. It was fun. Now it's my first day, first load, and I don't miss the road except the money. Yeah, I mean, honestly, and that's why we're all out here, right? Because after about 3 months of being a truck driver, the novelty wears off and it becomes a job.
Yeah. And
that's why I like fuel efficiency and good rates. I don't want to be out here forever. This is not my long-term goal.
Besides the money, people always ask if I should become an owner-operator or whatever. There's a lot of things to look at, but I would say there's never really been a better time. I sit back and think, just with the technology we have, in 1999, if I would have had a smartphone, if there would have been GPS, cell phone. I don't even, probably 2003 before I got a cell phone at all. Google Maps would have saved me a lot of sitting in my cab crying and, you know, wishing I was dead because I got lost and now I'm in downtown Pittsburgh and can't find my way out.
Right.
The resources a driver has nowadays is just, it cuts that learning curve substantially, and less mistakes equals money saved, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the auto shift. About a year or so ago, I had a loaner Volvo, and it was a 13 speed. I ran it down to like Georgia and back to Minnesota, and you don't realize how much effort and like mental thought you put into shifting gears.
Yeah.
Even if it's like over time it becomes more simple, and I mean, like by the time I had made it to Illinois from Minnesota, I was right back in the rhythm of it. But at the same time, it does take effort away from your driving.
Yeah. Vic Med, that's a channel. We got Vic Med in here. He says hi. That's a good channel right there. You guys need to check out that channel.
See, there's another one I'm not familiar with.
That's a bigger channel. He's out there in Southern California. Used to do a lot of the port work and stuff like that and hauling containers, but now he does a little bit of everything now. A lot of power only stuff, I guess. And that's a really good channel, especially if you want to learn about local work and like keep in touch with the AB5 laws and the stuff like that. He's got like 5 trucks, maybe right around there. Really good channel. Really nice guy. We'll share that link out there for you.
Yeah, there you go, Vic Med. There's your link if everybody wants to check out Vic Med. Learning a lot of good channels today, I will say.
He was one of. I'll say this: when I started on YouTube, two of the channels that kind of unknowingly inspired me to do this. One was Vic Med, and the other one was Gordon Robertson DIY. He's a big YouTube channel. Great. He's like your dad that can fix anything. You give him like a welder, pair of vice grips, and an impact wrench, and then you just watch him fix anything. It's awesome.
Yeah, sounds like good times. Dirty Broke says, have to take a shower, guys. Catch you over at the Asian Mai. Yeah.
Truck drivers don't shower.
Yeah.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
I was fixing to say, what's this shower thing he's talking about? Is he talking about the rain? We appreciate you coming in, Dirty Broke. I always appreciate Dirty Broke coming in. He brings a lot. When Dirty Broke comes by, he brings the noise with him. So
he brings good keto meals.
Right, yeah. He's getting healthy. He told me, I seen it in one of his lives the other day. He said we should do 50 jumping jacks before we go live.
You see him doing push-ups in the truck? Look, so the fuel delivery guy, and every stop he'll get out and he'll do push-ups while he's waiting. I'm like, first of all, nobody should have that kind of energy at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Second of all, dude, that's a truck stop parking lot you're doing push-ups in. You're getting your face this close to the ground where somebody peed. So, think about that.
That's motivation. It's motivation. You don't stay down long when your face is near the truck stop parking lot. You come up real quick.
That's right.
That push up gets you up.
Maybe that's how maybe I need to try that. That's how it's done. BOC is in the house.
What's up, BOC? How's it going? There's two large men hanging out in a small truck
with our shirts on.
Yeah.
Shirts on. Sober.
We're going to the casino next, BOC. Not just kidding.
Did you see that yet?
I still haven't went back and watched that.
Oh man. I'm surprised it's still alive. Put that kind of money in a man's hand, you'll party out.
Yeah. Hey. But what's up, BOC? Thanks for sending you both BOC hoodies. Yeah. Hey, I could dig that, man. I guarantee I'd wear that. David Cherry says, Roz has a good channel if you have a Cummings. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's another good one.
Smart. That man's smart. How can you say it any other way?
Yeah, no, he definitely knows. He's got his shit together. He knows what he's talking about. If you got a Cummins, and you better know that channel. Really, for sure. BOC, how's that truck coming? I'm like dying to see this truck.
The Western Star?
Yeah, the Western Star with the cat. I mean, he basically went out and bought like my dream truck, and now he's rebuilding it. So
that's gonna take a while. I saw that video. That's gonna take a while.
Yeah, but I'm living vicariously through BOC here. See, I don't have to I don't have to spend those repair bill monies. And
you ever watch Easy Rider 9 something something? He bought it like a 1980 Peterbilt 359. Stripped the whole thing down. He's redoing the whole thing. That's pretty cool.
Wow, yeah,
that's a good one.
That's some work right there. BOC says he's welding battery boxes today. All right, yeah. BOC's got he's starting a repair channel over there, showing you how to weld. And you know, I told him you ought to open a chrome shop up there. You know, I doubt there's many chrome shops up in the Northeast like that, man. Let's see. G Star says, "Hey Vic, is your grandbaby boy still acting funny?" All right, I'll have to check that out. Let's see. BOC says $14,000 bill replaced everything. Yeah, I saw that bill. I watched you the other day on a replay. I couldn't catch it live. I was in the middle of a 13-hour nap.
Did you start on the interior yet? I saw the interior needed a little bit of tender loving care. Who's going to drive it now that you're kind of staying home?
Is that truck going to be available for lease? Is what we're asking. Who are we going to put in that truck? Or is that going to be your toy? Is that going to be like the one you drive around to the truck shows on the weekend? See,
not unless they're having a truck show at Foxwoods.
Yeah, if they have a truck show at Foxwoods, are you going to drive it down there and flash them dimes? Oh, see, epic fail welding. Yeah, I used to be good at welding, and I bet I couldn't even remember how to turn the damn thing on these days. Interior needs replaced. LOL. Yeah, you're gonna have to think. You're gonna get some custom interior made in that thing. Shag carpet and baby calfskin leather seats. Yeah. Have you thought about the little things that hang down on the windshield, the little fuzzy balls, that go across your windshield? I would look into those. Those seem popular.
Yeah.
Let's see. Bill C says, not sure yet. I will run it until I find someone. All right, yeah. That's kind of what I figured. I didn't know if you were going to run that long term or if that was just going to be like your toy or, kind of like a backup situation.
It's going to be a big mega carrier pretty soon.
Yeah. I mean, have you notified Swift that you're coming for them?
He's a JB Hunt guy, though.
Yeah.
Probably go after JB Hunt.
Yeah. Call JB and tell him you're coming for him. You need a BOC app like JB Hunt 360. Call it. Let's get creative and call it BOC 360.
365.
Yeah,
we work every day.
Yeah, exactly. 365. We work every day. I like that. JB Hunt taking those 5 days off. What a slacker. DLC says ripping out all existing cabinets and floor will have fuzzy dice and stripper pole and the sleeper when done. Nice. Strobe lights, nothing but the finest. Smoke machine. You want to get a nice atmosphere going in there.
You get the neon lights under all the everything.
Yep. You need to get a rub rail too, so nobody touches the dancer. Let's see.
Wait a minute.
Hey, I'm just saying, making money.
All right.
If you're gonna run a strip club out of your truck,
I was gonna open my own massage parlor, but I wouldn't have any help, so I'd have to run it by hand for the first couple of years.
Yeah. Nobody wants that. There's not enough hot oil in the world to make that appealing. David Heaton says, solid live show, fellas. The people need some Cash King merch, DIY hoodies.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm working on a pair of Jesus sandals, Cash King Jesus sandals, and extra high tube socks. I want them to come above the calf. That way I can put my logo up high.
I'm working on a DIY jumpsuit, like a leisure suit.
Yeah.
Parachute pants have been.
Yeah, so that's what I'm going for. I'm going for the mass market here. I want the hoodies, the flip flops, the pajama pants, and sandals and socks. That'll probably be my first things I work on.
You gotta drop your mud flap link.
Oh yeah, mud flap guys, check out mud flap. It's in the description. Check it out.
I'm probably gonna have a mud flap video on Wednesday.
There you go. Mudflap video on Wednesday. His code is DIY Semi.
Use his though too.
I have. Let me see if this one will update. Let me see how many people have signed up for my Mudflap. Love's is coming back, man. I took like a week off from fueling at Love's and used Mudflap. And Love said, hey, guess what? We'll give you 12 cents per gallon rewards. And I was like, that's pretty
the thing.
Good.
You know, like I said in my video, it's not always going to be the cheapest, but, you know, when it is, use it. When it's not, don't. It's things that's, you know, I made that fuel card video, which one's the best, and I tried to make it real clear. Things go back and forth. You got to play the game because they're going to play the heck out of you. And if it's within a penny, you know, use the Mudflap because there's no transaction fees. And if you do that cashback credit card thing, and the point I tried to make in my video coming Wednesday is we start doing business with these smaller places, it's going to put the hurting on these bigger places. They're going to have to get their act together. Pull in their businesses. And not all of them. I found a real hidden gem you guys got to check out in Illinois. It's in the Mudflap network. Clean as a whistle, brand new. Huge showers. I love the place.
Where's that at?
Tilton, Illinois. The Mach 1.
Is that on 74? Yeah, I filled there before.
Did you?
Yeah, they got a Little Caesars pizza. Yeah, that's a nice place.
I showered there. I'm like, wow, this is nice.
They've got their own Mach 1 rewards program.
Or they take the roadies, too.
Yeah, I do both. They will put the Mach 1 actually has some like in-store deals that are really good, but you've got to call and register.
Okay.
Because I tried to get the deal in there, and they were like, this card isn't registered. So I had to set it down and make the call because, you know, I'm cheap and, you know. So let's see. BOC says he's going to start an app called BOC 69. Oh, there you go.
Should have seen that coming.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got. BOC says Mudflap is picking up in the Northeast. By the way, they added a few stops in Connecticut and Mass. Okay.
I've seen that. Yeah, Pennsylvania. They got quite a few in Pennsylvania now too.
Yeah, they're last time we talked about this on a live, they only had like one in all of Connecticut. Or maybe it was one in Massachusetts. Yeah, Asian Mai, if you're still in here, I'll get with you in a minute. Okay, it looks like they added let's see, Apple Green.
There's like 4 in Connecticut.
Yeah,
now,
it's
I think.
Ambest. That's good. So yeah, I'm glad they're picking up. You know, like
I'm thinking about calling them and telling them they need to kick it in the ass up in the Northwest and the West Coast. I wonder why they haven't.
Yeah. For me, like North Carolina and Virginia is where they need to get it done. Like they've only got like, I don't think they got any in North Carolina, and I think they got like one in Virginia. Those are 2 very big states that I truck a lot. And
but when you sign up, you get emails every week, and you get like they added like this week they added 6. Like one week they added 24. They got the whole Casey's network now.
Yeah, I almost fueled at Casey's the other day.
They're nice. They're kind of like Quick Trip, but not quite as good.
Yeah, Casey's not bad. Let's see here. Where are we at? BOC's ripping out all existing cabinets, floors, fuzzy dye, stripper poke. I read that one. BOC says Mudflap's picking up. Read that one. Jay Felton says not enough hot oil in the world. Yeah.
Oh, come on, that's hurtful.
Jay, you're gonna be the test subject here on this. We're gonna see how this goes. You can leave a review online after y'all get done with your hot oil session. Storm Trucking says, have you had any issues with your auto shift trans? I know our 2014-15 day cabs had issues with theirs, but our guys abused the hell out of them, so it could be the reason. I've had once or twice now, I think maybe, or twice, 2 or 3 times, but like in the morning when it's really cold out, whenever I first take off, it like from like 4th to 5th, it like can't catch 5th. So it'll just sit there and go like, you know, it'll rev trying to hit 5th. And then once, you know, you slow down or whatever, it'll drop back and catch 4th. But what I do is I just hit the upshift and kick it up to 6th, and it catches 6th. And then it did it one time from like 7 to 8th. Only when it was really cold out though. And I noticed both parking lots were on a real steep up angle. So I don't know. That's the only 2 times it's ever caused me any kind of issues, or I've ever, had anything like that go on. So, for the most part, it's been pretty rock solid. Like I said, I got about 90,000 miles on this truck since I got it. So, yeah, I'm pretty easy on the transmission. Like I try to let it do its thing. Try not to shift it too much, because it's all programmed to know what to do. And the only time I really ever upshift it is like if I'm in a parking lot and for some reason it wants to like run third gear through the parking lot, and I'll just bump it up to fourth or fifth, just so I can keep the RPMs down. T Studio X in the house. What's up, T Studio? Says, hi, Cash is King Trucking. Happy Monday. Thank you for coming in, T Studio. I appreciate it. We got 15 in the house, 26 likes. Everybody hit that like button for me if you could. I'd much appreciate it. Yeah. So yeah, BOC, we're waiting on videos on this truck for sure. I like this truck. I think you said you were 30-something thousand into this truck at this point. That's a chunk of change. But at the same time, I like that truck, so I'm not gonna give you too hard of a time.
If you're putting together your toy and your dream truck, that's a reasonable amount to spend. It's not like you went out and spent $300,000, on a flat top coffin Peterbilt with, with everything.
Yeah, I mean, I think that truck's worth rebuilding just because of that engine transmission combo. The 6NZ is a beast. Like, it is.
I had one before I knew what I had, and I got rid of it. I should have. I kept that. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, we got a guy that here where I'm at, and he's got an old Columbia with a 6. He said he's had that truck for like forever, like 7 years, and it's never once been in a shop for like any major repairs, like alternators, this, that, and the other. But yeah, and I mean, I don't think he runs too hard these days. He's kind of an older guy, but yeah, he said he's had that truck for a long time, like a million miles, and I don't know if it was rebuilt before he got it or what the deal was, but yeah, he's loving it. Oh, let's see. How's that seat treating you over there? My busted up seat.
She's a little tore up. You can make a video about this one.
Yeah. Let's see. Storm Trucking says, I know there's a temp sensor in trans. Oh,
no, I'm good.
Oh. Let's see. I know there's a temp sensor in trans, and when it's cold, that's when I have the same issues. Mainly, it will get stuck in between gears. I found that draining the air tanks and idling helps. Okay. Yeah.
There's an air regulator in there, and they build up moisture.
Yeah.
And that's the first thing to freeze. And there's a tiny little screen in there that the air's got to get through. I mean, it's so fine. You get moisture in there, and that's what happens. But
okay.
The heat kind of helps get that out of there.
And that's the type of things you will learn at DIY Semis channel. You want to roll that down?
No, I'm just fiddling.
Okay. My last Freightliner I had, like, I had taken both sets of locks and window rollers and made one usable because, like, they kept going out. There's like a really thin piece of copper in there that has the flex. That's what the click is.
Yep.
And oh my God, dude! Like, I rolled my window down in Virginia one day in like early spring, and it wouldn't go back up.
I had that happen in winter.
Yeah, and let me tell you, it was like I had to stop and fiddle with it for like 3 hours just so I didn't get rained on. Because in there, I called the broker, and he was like, "Well, I don't get these loads very often, so don't screw it up." And I was like, I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm stopped. Like, I can't drive with the window down in the pouring rain. Storm Trucking says, when you pay for the truck, you care much more than food service company guys do. Yeah, that's for sure, man. Some of the rattiest old beat up trucks I ever drove was at Cisco. Like, of course, they were running Sterlings, and this was like 2 years ago. So
that's a tough job, though.
Yeah.
I know a guy that did that for a short period of time.
Yeah.
And it tore him up.
Yeah.
Physically.
Yeah, no, those everybody there where I was at,
it's a young man's job.
Even a lot of those guys, like a guy that trained me one time, on a route. He had blew his knee out, and I mean he was younger than I was, and I was like, hell, I don't want to do this route. It blows his knees out.
Yeah.
So a little bit of that. Yeah, food service is a rough gig. T Studio X says Freightliner Cascadia, nice truck. Yeah, I dig it. I dig it.
Wow, there goes one right now. Nice one.
Yeah, there's a brand new Creek truck. He's like me. I wish my fairings were painted. I think it would look so much better if the fairings were like a Swift truck. I'd look like a Swift truck with my painted fairings. A little disappointed I don't have that.
Everybody would stay away from you.
Right, yeah. No, I thought about naming my company like Swift Co. or something, just like, and use like a really like, plagiaristic Swift logo, like just print it straight off the internet. And everybody like, hey, get out of the way.
It might
Swift's
be litigious though.
Yeah.
Like Prime.
I'm sure they are. I seen a guy the other day when I was at Walmart, backed into the door beside me, and he had what appeared to be an old Prime truck, like an old Prime truck, and an old Prime trailer. And his company was called Prime Express. And I was like, oh, son. I was like, as soon as they find out you got money, they coming for you. They probably wouldn't mess with him, though, because it didn't like a very big operation. Didn't like a lot of money laying around.
Isn't your record 27 likes?
Then we went to 32 last night.
Oh, man.
Yeah, 32 likes is the record, guys.
Sorry, I can't bring you more.
Got to pump it up a little bit.
You get a 2-for-1 here, but I guess not.
Right. Let's see here.
That's why I don't do live chats, because if I'm not giving something away, nobody will watch.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. People always want to know what you can do for them. So, that is YouTube in general. People ask me questions in my comments, like they want to know everything. Like, what time should I wake up in the morning?
Hell, start life coach.
Yeah.
Cash is King life coach.
Maybe I should. I mean,
$100 a week, month. Subscription?
Yeah, no problem.
Probably could do subscriptions now.
Yeah. Yeah, they offered me a thing to do the monthly one.
Really?
Yeah.
I never got that.
Yeah, and I was just like, I don't know, but now that I do 100 lives a month, maybe I should do it and have memberships and like do like 1 or 2 lives a month just for the people that are paying that money. But
good morning, 6 a.m. You can wake up, everybody. 6 a.m.
Yeah, that's what I should do.
Time for calisthenics.
Time for steak and eggs, and some light calisthenics. But I don't mind answering questions when they're like something I can answer. But like people ask me like that guy asked me, what company should he go lease purchase from? And I'm like, do you not watch the channel? Because I kind of rag on lease purchasing But no, I mean, I try to help everybody out. I feel like that's a karma thing. But at the same time, like, me telling you what time you should wake up in the morning is probably not beneficial to either one of us.
If you need more help, then we can give if that's the case.
Yeah. Check out DIY Semi. He's got something going over there for you. If you're in a lease purchase right now, making dog crap money, you need to go watch DIY Semi. Maybe shoot him an email.
We'll make a video on that soon once I get everything. We're hashing it out between us, trying to figure out what's good, what would people like, what's good for people,
right?
What's worth making a go of it. It's got to be something that works for everybody.
The iHeart Cryptoverse says, I'm new. Can you help me wipe my bottom? I used to have a joke about that when I owned my property preservation business. I said there's certain types of people that you can just tell them what needs to happen and they can do it. And there's other people that if you told them to go wipe their ass, you'd have to tell them to put paper on their hand first. Because if you didn't, they'd come back a mess. So, yeah, I can help you out with that, iHeart. No doubt.
Is that K-Save's new screen name?
Yeah, is this K-Save?
It can't be. You didn't throw a super chat at it.
Yeah, no kidding. I talked to K-Save this morning.
Did you?
Yeah, I texted K-Save yesterday. I was like, what's up, K-Save? How about them Bitcoins? And he was like, yeah, Bitcoin's on fire right now. But yeah, I just wanted to check and see if he was all right, man. I ain't heard from him in like 2 months. So all these people parking their personal cars here. Is this people reserving spots?
Yeah, they pay for permanent spots here.
Oh, okay. I didn't know how that worked. Let me.
This place they will get your money one way or another.
Oh, okay.
I paid for parking.
You see, there's like tons of cars parked here.
I would be inclined to take that BMW and push it through the concrete barrier. That's just being a jackass.
Not a fan of BMWs, are we?
Not a fan of parking like that.
Oh, yeah. He must need 2 spots to back his truck in, see? 2 spots. You know, maybe when he gets home in the afternoon, he's like, I'm so exhausted I can't dare back in one of these slanted parking spots. I don't know. iHeart says, bless you, LOL. Yeah, no doubt. I got you back, iHeart. You know, take some paper, wrap it around your hand. You know.
Well, anytime you got business to tend to, so
yeah.
You want to wrap it up.
All right, yeah, it's true, guys. We're at 2 hours in. My phone battery's probably wicked down to nothing at this point. I got to go in here and eat my $25 chicken and rice meal. So until later, take care of each other. 27 likes. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Everybody check out DIY Semi. Go back through the chat here. A lot of good channels got dropped. Check out DIY, Trucker Wild in the house, Dirty Broke,
404 Trucker,
404 Trucker, Vic Med, Kangaroo Trucker. Who else was in here? Jay Felton, Trucking Review Channel was in here. James Best was in here. Jay Felton, Brewer 32. Appreciate all you guys. G Star, Jerry Rocks. Ain't seen Jerry Rocks in a minute. Glad he made it in. But yeah, appreciate everybody coming in, guys. Take care. Rich Taco coming in at the last minute. He got in under the wire. You'll have to watch it on the replay, Rich. We're out of here, guys. Take care of each other. Bye.